The Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the crank. Recurring Lightmares. If my dry-lubed lobes recall correctly, something vaguely resembling tentative action in this aerobically ambiguous, localized leg loosener picked up at the top of Lower Kingston Lane, where I was immediately struck by how smooth this lengthy bordering road's typically battle-scarred surface has remained since Ada Council sanctioned its last seasonal facelift. Perhaps this is the consequence of higher quality materials and workmanship, combining to yield increased protection against our coastal vicinity's most adverse conditions, meaning that the rivers of mineral-free mineral water so frequently observed flowing from curb to curb of its spacious confines, then forming lakes around every blocked storm drain, can no longer ebb through those hairline cracks carved by Jack Frost's claws and transform into expandable ice during our next bitterly cold snap. Regardless, to recycle an apt description from one of my former suburban potters, this is currently Southwick's proverbial Silk Road, but without the inconvenience of having to give wide berth to any vast container vessels, transporting colossal payloads of culturally enriching cargo, unless of course one counts the village's rogue vape traders, who sell job lots of refurbished products from all major e-cigarette brands at less than the cost of a Euro Millions lottery ticket per carrier bag. Shuffling right into St. Julian's Rat Run, then past Shoreham's nocturnally illuminated college, my musings soon resumed along Middle Road, whose kipping concrete coppers continue to render their speed-killing duties in funereal silence. Never thought the day would come when I'd welcome the prolonged stationary intervals so often enforced by temporary traffic lights that are incapable of detecting any carbon-based life form not propelled by 4 wheels and an engine, since these meditative episodes remind one to regularize their breathing and make the ingestion of medicinal oxygen far more beneficial, though should temperatures wander too far below tonight's mortally tangible 12 degrees, I'd still have more trouble thawing out than rolling back up to the pace of a lame koala bear. Mounting frigidity was my sole motivation for executing a handful of stair-mastered microbursts during this ride's concluding phase, the longest of which terminated at Beach Green's zebra crossing, and took my vintage Trailblazer well above 20 miles per hour into a light headwind, thanks to my stem-chomping stoop helping to partially mitigate the drag imposed by baggy attire. From the snugly strapped perspective of smart technology, these heartfelt ramp-ups failed to register as reflective thrashes, though an overall average in the monitored tough tempo zone closely tallied with what my instincts classified as manageable rates of extortion. Returned to my place of passive recovery in time for Coach Sandman's extended structured dreaming session, but not before one tremulous X-alert informing me that the world's greatest contemporary horror novelist, Stephen King, thinks Donald Trump is looking old.